want you to pay attention. This is just coming from my opinion. There's very few things that have a dramatic, profound effect. Video is absolutely one of them. So again, you have like a little list of things that I need to check off. You know, what are the 3 or 4 major things I need to pay attention to? Video is absolutely one of them. So I'm excited to hear your presentation, brother. Do your thing.
So I'm here today not as a professional speaker or even as a car guy. I'm going to get real vulnerable. I am not a car guy. Sometimes I identify cars as the blue one, right? You get your customers doing that all the time. Your customers get really deep into one car when they come in, and 80% of the time they end up buying something else because you guys all do your job. But I'm not a car guy. I'm here today not as a car guy or as a vendor. I'm here today to give you perspective because I am here as your customer. I've had to buy several vehicles. I have my own roofing business, lots of trucks. When I set that mantle down and moved into the technology space, which I never saw myself doing, I had to end up buying a vehicle out of necessity. And so I did some shopping, and if it's okay, I'd like to have somebody help me show you guys the experience I had as your customer. Thank you. So can I get somebody to pretend to be me for a minute? This right here is the showroom door. You're going to walk in, and you're going to stand right there. I want to see the moves. Let's go. Show me the moves. I know last year you two had a dance-off that was pretty exceptional on that yacht. So, yes, and then stand right there in the square right in front of you, because this was my experience.
It's awkward. I don't know if I should hit you or... This is really uncomfortable.
I feel awkward. I feel awkward. That was gangster.
How many of you have that exact same process in your current online showroom? Is that how you guys greet your customers? Because that's how I was greeted. I hit 4 dealerships up, and first of all, I didn't get one call. Not one call. I did get a ton of emails. First 24 hours, I had 16 emails from 4 different dealerships. We've all seen it in the CRMs, overloading the emails because they're easy. They're like boxes we check to show we're doing something. But as your customer, I almost didn't buy from any dealership. That experience was not enjoyable for me. If my car wasn't breaking down, I wouldn't have bought from anybody. I scheduled a test drive with all 4 dealerships. I bought from the first one I went to, and I bought from them out of sheer luck. They didn't earn my business. They didn't earn the up. If my car wasn't broken, I would have stopped right there and just kept driving my old car. We need to put the salespeople back in the showroom. And the showroom doesn't start at the front door anymore. The process starts with the new showroom, the new front door, which is online. We have to treat the pixels like people. We were talking yesterday. They're not leads. We got to get that mindset. We got to abolish that mindset that these are leads. That system doesn't work. These are customers. They are people. We have to treat them as such. We would never greet a customer at the physical door like that. It was uncomfortable. Was it not, Cameron? You wanted to punch me. But day in, day out, that's what we do. we start the experience like that because we don't realize that the experience doesn't start at the physical door anymore. And it doesn't end with the pencil. So let's talk about this, because that experience and that expectation, it comes from somewhere. There's a reason why our people treat online customers like this. And it starts with your results. Now, I'm talking about me here. My results at the dealership. My firsthand experiences, my secondhand accounts that I've heard from my father, my grandfather, my mother, my friends, when they bought their vehicles. My results as your customer tell me to have pretty low expectations. Those results shape my beliefs as to who you are. And those beliefs, if I'm being completely honest, when I'm not at work, I don't care about you. I'm going to be upfront. I could care less about you. When I'm not at work, I'm your customer, and all I care about is me. And because of my results, I believe you guys don't care about me. Because of experiences like that. Those lead to my actions and inactions, how I treat you, how much contact information I give you, how willing I am to accept your phone call. When you dial me and I don't have you saved to my cell phone, or I see a dealership name pop up, I'm going to ignore you, because as a customer, I don't owe you anything yet, and I don't care about you yet. The yet's important. So our historical experiences as customers have told us to believe something about you guys, a story, a narrative that, if we're being completely honest, isn't true anymore. But because of this, we have to spin a story. We have to tell customers that they're going to have an amazing experience with us if they only come in. Why should I come into your dealership and trust you on your word that I'm going to have a great experience when every other single dealership sending me the exact same follow-ups is promising the exact same thing? We've all been in the industry long enough. We know what we're supposed to say, and now we all sound exactly the same. And in plain text email, in plain text SMS messages, you all look the same too. There's no reason why I should choose you, which is why the dealership I bought from got lucky. So, the current expectation is I'm going to have a horrible experience, and I need to gear up. I need to put my armor on. I need to prepare for this. It's going to be a day event, and I have to watch for you guys to take advantage of me. You're not going to. You're going to help me. So those experiences and the expectations, there's a problem. They're no longer lining up. They're creating trust issues, and that is the soul of what I'm talking today. I don't trust you because I don't know you. I don't trust you because of how much you know. Knowledge is power, and your customer's perspective is you have power over them. You have power over me, and I am terrified that you're going to take advantage of that. Now, because of this expectation, it filters into your employees. Your employees think that they're scab leads because their results of not having a high closing ratio, not getting responses to their pointless emails, feeds into their belief system, and they see no value in making all the calls and following the process because their results show them it's not going to work. It's not good. I'm just going to stand by the door because I have a higher closing ratio with the people that are walking through the front door. They're the buyers. They're all buyers, like we were talking about yesterday. So let's take a moment to really get into that fear aspect, because that's what this really is. Any big purchase, you're super excited, but you're also terrified. Because if I'm going to invest in a vehicle with you, is the vehicle even there? Who will help me? Will I make a mistake? Your customer is terrified. They're terrified about the whole experience because they've heard the stories. So we need to remove that fear. How do we do that? How do we build trust? How do we remove the fear? Well, here's one way. Direct video messaging to humanize your dealership, to put a face to your name, so it's no longer a blind date. Anyone in the room on a blind date recently or ever been on one? LA? Let's be honest with ourselves here, because this is the exact email that I got when I reached out to the dealership I ended up buying from. The one on the left. It was not very exciting, and it looked just like all the rest. If they had sent me the video on the right, it would have been an obvious choice, and it wouldn't have been a luck-based choice. I chose them simply because they were the first one I called, so they were the earliest one I scheduled, and I didn't call them first for any particular reason. So take back control of your results. We love it when customers come in and we get to meet them and meet their family and have a conversation, build rapport. Yet we skip out on the opportunity to do that with the online customers. This video right here, I'm going to play it for you, is 7 seconds.
Hey, good morning, Audrey. I'm out here next to your XK. Just wanted to let you know we're here and ready. We've got the keys. Joe's all set for you, and we'll see you soon.
7 seconds. Anyone got time for that? Everybody's got time for that. None of these videos have to be a big deal, and it doesn't have to be a huge process, and it doesn't have to eat up your time. I promise you, if you guys adopt utilizing direct video in some way, there's a lot of vendors out there that provide it. There's a lot of free options that provide it. But remember, every free option has a cost. Just keep that in mind as you're weighing your opportunity costs. There's a lot of ways that we can be doing this with our customers and actually greet them at the door. 7 seconds. That blows my mind. That's one of my favorite videos. And all the techniques that she utilized. She's standing next to the vehicle. She's holding the keys in her hand. She's showing them that a real person has prepared for them, is here for them, waiting for them, expecting them. She didn't give them an out. She just said, hey, we're here. It's important. Video effectiveness. We've talked a lot about video effectiveness in general. Yesterday we had some really great stats and conversations about it. But what are some tangible expectations you guys can have if you were to actually greet your customer at the door? One, you are going to schedule more appointments. Video is not a quantitative tool, it's a qualitative tool. We want to make sure we show the customer up front what they can expect by doing business with us. We don't need to tell them if they only come in, they'll have a different experience. We need to show them that it's a different experience. We need to show them the humanity of your dealership. We need to sing your song, so to speak, create your concert. No better way to do that than with video. And some of my customers actually sing. Helps them stand apart. It's their personality. So you're going to set more appointments. That dealership that was on there, that Hennessy dealership, when they started using that 7-second video, their appointment show rate skyrocketed by 45% just because of that human element. Makes you feel guilty if you don't show up. They're all ready. You're going to save time with video. Contrary to popular belief, video does not have to be a long, convoluted process. You saw the 7-second video, you're going to get more responses, you're going to get faster responses. If you're using the right systems, then you're going to get feedback on when your customers are engaging your video so you can be more proactive as well. 30% faster buy cycles is what the majority of our customers experience. We're going to build stronger relationships, and this is really the key. We know that building rapport with the customer, they're going to eventually end up liking us or disliking us, and they're going to buy for that one sole fact. We need to start building that relationship sooner. Because in addition to them coming in faster, we also need to have them buy faster while at the dealership. We spend a lot of time. When I went, from my personal experience, I didn't end up going to the other dealerships, and I didn't end up buying that day because I was exhausted. Came in excited. We built some great rapport. We had some great momentum. I really liked Nick. He was a fantastic guy. And I felt like he really liked me too, and he understood me, and he understood my needs. 4 hours later, I am mentally and physically exhausted. If they already like us before they show up, how much faster can we actually help that customer get the keys in their hand and get out the door? Let them leave when they're still excited and not exhausted. Video makes customers 65% more likely to buy from someone they feel like they know versus a stranger down the street. It's that blind date scenario. And I think we touched on it yesterday. It was 7 times. If you have a service relationship with your dealership, you're 7 times more likely to buy the next vehicle there. And I know this might be a little outdated. This was from last year. But if they visited at least 3 times, just 3 times to your service drive, they were 77% more likely to buy. So that's not even an ongoing forever relationship there. They just visited 3 times. They're 77% more likely to buy. So let's get into a few direct videos. You guys are going to want to write some of these down, but I think they're going to give you guys the slide decks as well. But you can use 5 direct videos today without me, without anyone. You could do these videos today to improve your customer traffic. Personal face to the name, right? This is my greeting. This is my first chance at meeting this customer, my first impression. Why do I want that to be a plain text, boring, unsexy, unenthusiastic email that makes me look like a monotone robot? Personal face to the name. Personal is important here. We need to say the customer's name in the video. We need to let them hear that, because what did I say earlier about me as a customer? I don't care about you guys. Not yet. I care about me. Say my name. Let me know that you care about me, and then maybe I will reciprocate. There's some techniques here as well. One of the techniques, if you guys want to write this down as a best practice, get a little whiteboard. Take 2 seconds, write the customer's name on the video, because if you're using a system that actually shows the video as a thumbnail, they'll see that even before they click on the video, and they will follow their name. Appointment reminder, we saw the 7-second example. That particular dealership, they line up all their test drives for the day in the morning, and they go out and they take a single set of keys. They don't switch it out for every single one, and they walk down the line 7 seconds at a time, and they send all their appointment reminders within 5 minutes, and they improved their appointment show rate by 45%. Thank you for calling. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for buying from us. So many opportunities to show how grateful you are for that customer, making them feel special. I'm not a believer in after the sale follow-ups. I'm not a believer in after anything follow-ups. It's between sales follow-ups that's really important, because that customer is going to buy again sometime. That customer has a family member that's going to buy within 90 days. It's between sales follow-up, not after. Vehicle walk-around. This is a love-hate relationship. Vehicle walk-arounds became a big buzzword for a while there. But it was painful because I saw so many dealerships doing the right thing the wrong way. Sending long, convoluted presentations of the vehicle to the customer. It's helpful in the research phase, but the customer's already seen a bunch of walk-arounds from about 12 other different sources already. They don't need to see it again. The most you can do, I think, I can't remember who mentioned it the other day, when you get on the call with the customer, you can't sell them the vehicle over the phone most of the time, but you can talk them out of it. Same with vehicle walk-arounds. You help them realize that this is not the vehicle for them before they come in, and you lose the opportunity to find the right one for them. So when you do vehicle walkarounds, we're going to do these teaser style, just like with a movie trailer. We're going to show them a little bit, but the worst trailers are the ones that show you everything about the movie, right? So we're going to tease them with the vehicle. Show them that it's physically on the lot, because one of their concerns, one of the reasons why people don't show up is because one dealer one time told them that the vehicle's on the lot and available, and they show up and it's not there. So let's not catfish them that way. Let's show them that the vehicle is physically here. Let's set their minds at ease. And let's show them basic condition. It's all about the gesture in this case. Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I'm out here in the rain, in the snow, checking the vehicle out for you. It's in great condition. I noticed a couple of things right here. But overall, if you want to see more about the vehicle, let me know. Or if you want to come in and see it for yourself, put your hands on the car, take it for a test drive, I can make it available for you. It's here. It's available. And then we're talking about service for a little bit there. I see way too many dealerships that actually are doing the right thing. They believe in video and they're using it in one form or another, and yet they ignore service with video. They tell me my techs and my advisors are too busy. Well, shoot, guys. They're busy because they're using square wheels on their wheelbarrows. Take a moment to install the round wheels, and this could be so much easier, so much faster. Why pull teeth on the phone, talking a customer into buying everything that you saw wrong with the vehicle, only to ultimately priority close because they have no idea what you're talking about, and they're afraid you're going to take advantage of them because you know more than them? Am I right? Yeah. Show it to them. Let them see it for themselves. Let them show it to their spouse. Let them show it to their father. Who's the real decision maker on if they do business with you? Who's the one that's going to doubt you? And why make your customer sell it, the person who understands the least about what they're buying, sell it to that decision maker? Because there's always a second person. Show it to them. Let them review it. Let them tell you what they want to fix. And then explain the priorities on the ticket. The dealerships that use video to recommend additional service, they at least increase their ROs by $100 each. How many ROs do you guys do at your dealerships? It's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. It's a lot of reputation too. Think about that. You're the dealership that they can trust with their service. They appreciate you explaining and showing them what's going on. Are you going to retain that customer between purchases? Between their car buying experiences? This is really important. Don't overlook service because it feeds every department. Every department. So we're just going to wrap up with a few tips on how to make a great video. And the first one is be yourself. I see way too many people putting on a facade, pretending to be something else, only for the customer to show up and be like, yeah, who are you? You're not the person I was working with before. Just be yourself. If they're okay with you when they're at the dealership, they're going to be okay with you on the video. You don't have to put on a facade. Customer will see through it. Relax. Worst mistake I ever did when I first started doing videos for my roofing business is I created a script. And that's not the thing you want to do if you haven't been on video before, because you will judge every single mistake you make. Use a perfectly good replacement word, say too many times, you're going to reshoot that video. Best advice I can give anyone who wants to start video today, don't reshoot any of them. Accept them all, accept your flaws. If you're in person, you make a mistake, you laugh it off, you continue the conversation. Same here. You're going to waste so much time and make it so much bigger if you keep recording videos over and over again. You're going to naturally get better, just like with everything. So be yourself, relax. Personalization, we touched on this before. Again, whiteboards, say their name, things along those lines. There's some really great opportunities for canned videos out there, but don't rely on them. One of the other big mistakes I see a lot of dealerships do is they create a canned video, they plug it into their CRM, and they keep sending it out. But here's the problem. You're not used to doing videos yet. That canned video is going to suck. It's going to be awful. And you're going to leave it in there for 10, 20 years, right? So let's not do that. Personalized videos are an opportunity to practice. Practice getting better at video. Practice getting better at your conversations on the phone. It's like a sports team that watches their playback of the games that they're playing, right? Keep personalizing the videos. Watch them back. You will naturally get better at all of them. Time does not have to take a lot of time. It really, really does not. Your average video is going to be 20, 30 seconds. It's just about the gesture and showing the customer that you care about them. Orientation, one of the biggest pet peeves of mine is when I see a vehicle walk around and they're holding it in portrait mode on their phone. I can't see anything. Where's the car? So think about that. Hold your phone on its side. Make sure it looks good. Oh, and talk. So many vehicle walkarounds. I see people going, and then interaction. Make sure you have a call to action. If you're only doing like a quick little voicemail style pitch, you can move right into your call to action at the height of their excitement of the gesture. So move them directly into a single call to action. Make sure you always have one. So final thoughts for you, because I got to get off the stage here. You only get one first chance. Do not let them walk out of the virtual showroom. The experience does not start at the door, and it does not end with the pencil. So use video for the first impression. Use it with service to ensure they are a customer for life. And that's it.
Thank you. All right. Anybody have any questions? This is an important topic.
Do you recommend embedding the video or link it? How does that work as far as like deliverability? Using Vin, we've had some issues recently with spam, so we've been tweaking our templates and stuff, plain text.
So one of the things that we all experience is that with the volume of emails and the language that we have to use, the CRMs do their best to make sure they maintain deliverability, but you're always going to have issues because the language that we have to use is the same as the language of the people that are actually spamming people. With video, whether it's linked or attached or otherwise, one of the nice things is you can lighten up those emails. Unless you have specific OEM requirements on what you have to put in there, you can get rid of everything else. You don't have to put price in the email, you can put it in the video. You don't have to talk about your deal or free coffee or whatever, you can put it in the video. Let them know what's in the video. Let them know, hey, I got something in the video for you that I think you're gonna like, whatever it may be. But the video is gonna instantly, no matter how you do it, make your deliverability better. Now, when you're evaluating solutions, there's a few things you need to keep in mind. One, you can go with the social aspect. So you can just link to a social video. It's a great place to start. But video on social media really belongs at the beginning research phase, and it belongs on the end so that you can maintain those relationships. And not everybody can watch videos where they're actually doing the research, because most of us, your customer, we're at work. We're doing our car shopping at work. May not be able to get on Facebook, may not be able to go to YouTube. So as far as deliverability, you're probably fine there, but not always viewability. And then I would definitely avoid attachments. So like you're saying, embed the video with a little link to a platform of your choice is going to be one of your most smooth, most seamless solutions to avoid spam, file sizes, quality issues, and things like that.
Great. We have another question over there.
Good morning. You had mentioned service recommendations. Do you take the same approach with, say, appointment reminder or declined services in length of video as you do in sales?
Absolutely. Anytime that you're leaving a voicemail or following up with a customer, there's a great opportunity to look at, can I make this more human? Can I tug at their guilt strings and connect with them on a deeper level? So the appointment reminder that we saw, definitely utilize that in service as well. Remind them that real people are here waiting for them, going to work on the vehicle for them.
Dustin, from a process standpoint, you mentioned that the video would increase appointment show by 45%. From that process standpoint, are you saying that you send the video, don't make a phone call, then send the video? What's the stack rank in terms of, obviously sending the video is the most important, but where do you connect it?
Great question. So as far as the cadence goes, order of operations, all that, I do want to make sure that I'm doing what the highest probability of close is. So a lot of times when I get a lead personally for my business, and what I see a lot of dealerships do is we call first. We try to get them on the phone. But if we leave a voicemail, we know they're not calling back. Now, LA, you could probably teach people to leave some decent voicemails, but it only goes so far. You can make them as successful as they can be, but voicemails still, they don't always have the greatest response rate. So you will earn your call back if you touch in a different way. Put a face to the name, a face to the voice in the case of the voicemail. So don't change your process. Add video to it. You know, there's no secret sauce. Do not stop being a salesperson.
We have one of those outdated CRMs where we can't embed video, so we're having to use a link to YouTube. We actually have to highlight the link. I mean, we have to go in depth to do this. What's another option to that if the customer can't go to YouTube or can't go to Facebook?
So if you can link to YouTube, you can link to any vendor that provides a streaming service. So really, I think that the real solution is if you feel like your CRM is outdated, then we have to get rid of the square wheels on the wheelbarrow and take the time and invest in the round wheels. Because it's going to make your job a lot easier moving forward, give you a lot more flexibility. But if you can't, for whatever reason, change, then yeah, linking to just about any streaming service will cover the bases for you.
Great, thanks. Last question from LA.
Well, it's not a question. It's just I want to get your feedback on something. And this is something that's a little bit more time consuming. But what I do when we confirm appointments, I'll confirm the appointment over the phone. And, you know, if I get whatever details, and then I'll send a video that kind of shows a little bit more details. Because when I spoke at NADA, I talked about it. I said one of the things that people fear is not knowing what to expect. And so one of the things I do is I say, okay, hey, Mr. Customer, hey, what's happening? Here's what's going to happen. You're going to park right here. You're going to walk through these doors right here. You're going to see the receptionist. She's right here. Her name's, you know, Tony. And, you know, ask for such and such. And, you know, they're going to come out of this door right here. Whatever the case may be, just to kind of show people a little bit before they physically get there, they can see what's supposed to happen.
I love that. Tell them where the van's going. Don't just say there's free candy and hop in.
Exactly.
All right, Dustin, thank you. We got to wrap up, but this was great.
If you like the information you found here, then you will absolutely love Bradley On Demand. Bradley On Demand is the most comprehensive, in-depth virtual training platform in the automotive industry. We teach you everything from internet sales to phone sales, F&I, and everything in between. So sign up at www.bradleyondemand.com.